I didn't know if you were going to...
Oh my gosh!
Fucking Christ.
So that's our motion sensor going off.
But it's weird because there's a window into the stairway.
If you come in here, you can see into the basement.
Do you want to hear music? Yeah?
Yeah.
You can make music. You have a couple different ways.
Oh my god! That's amazing!
Good job,
You did so good!
We'll get there.
We're here. We got there. Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of This Old Home. Traveler's Moon Edition.
I like it.
This Old Home.
This old home.
I'm pretty sure that's an HGTV show.
We mean no harm. Please don't take
Yeah, no,
anything.
We don't own the rights to This Old Home.
Yeah, no. It's an old home. That's all
yeah.
we meant.
And that's pretty much all we got going for it. What's up, everybody? Everybody's kind of starting to populate in the chat. We definitely appreciate it. You see us leaning in like this. Let's try and see who all's in there. Before we even get started, guys, really want to preface this with, we're doing our best tonight. We're doing our best. So we are in the middle of BFE. And
Surrounded by...
Bumfuck Egypt,
Yeah.
for those of you that don't know the lingo.
And we're surrounded by limestone bluffs.
Oh, a bat.
Yay. Which is only going to make it worse when we go into an old limestone building. So
there's not a guarantee you're going to see a just ton of the house. Like I said, we are going to do our very best for you guys, but if connection gets patchy, you might lose us. Just bear with us tonight.
And if it goes out for a minute, I mean, just hang in there with us for a couple seconds. Hopefully the reception will come back. If we see that it's stuttered, we're going to try to go back someplace that we have better reception. So hang with us tonight, guys. We're going to do our best to stay connected as long as we can.
We did a kind of a quick video call through the house today, and it seemed to maintain once a connection was established, which is why you're actually seeing us from the outside. Unfortunately, this is about the extent of the exterior you're going to be seeing tonight, because we are at a undisclosed location.
So this location is one that I came across a few years ago while I was doing some research actually on a different location, and reached out, got in touch with the person who is kind of in charge of it, and they were okay with us coming in to do an investigation. There's never been investigations done here before. To my knowledge, we were the first and only team that's been in here. And so this is our second time out here, but they have asked, just out of respect to the building and to keep it safe, that we keep it undisclosed. So with that in mind, if there is anybody who happens to recognize where we're at, please don't disclose where we're at. We want to be respectful of the people who let us in here, respectful of the location that we're at. So if you would happen to know where we're at, just shush.
Shut the
or that.
So, and part of it is we don't want to give too much history. The other thing is we can't give too much history.
Right.
We've done a fair amount of research into this place, and there's not much to be found. What's
that was close over my head.
Is it a bat?
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have bats.
That's all right.
So, what we can tell you is it was built in the mid-1850s. So this is not the oldest.
I was thinking it was 1840s, wasn't it?
1855, if you want to be super precise.
Was it?
Yes. So built in 1855. It was not just singular people, a single like family's home. This was a basically a homestead. It was when the area was first kind of starting getting settled. It was opened up for farming sake. A bunch of people living in a singular area to do some farming. Ooh, I'm getting Waverly flashbacks.
Yeah, I know, right?
You guys watch the Waverly Hills live stream? It was a lot of this shit. Like waiting for bats.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get out from the cold, out from the bats. And let's
Did
show
we
you.
tell them what we battled first when we got here?
Oh my! This is actually a first for me.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to do this before?
I don't know that I've ever had to make a trip specifically in for bug spray. No.
And not just bug spray. Not bug spray.
I was going to say not bug spray for like my body.
Like,
that I've had to do before, but
cans, not singular, plural.
Not one
cans of wasp killer, flying insect killer. I'll put the footage out like a little bit later. I took some was running around taking B-roll today, and I got a fun but disgusting time lapse of some bugs on a window. It was a vision. It was something to behold.
So, you know, we get when you go into buildings like this, especially if they're not things that are actively lived in, that you may run into a few bugs here and there. That's fine. There's a limit of what I can do, and there were way too many wasps, for sure. If it had just been the little box elder bugs, I think was the other ones, maybe. But yeah, it was a whole lot of wasps too. So
there's a little traffic that goes by. We're gonna tag that. We're outside on the side of like a gravel road, and it's weirdly one of the busiest in the middle of nowhere gravel roads.
It really is.
We've really ever experienced. It's bizarre how much traffic's going through here. So that's the thing. So we've been waiting literally all day for the people that own this place,
who are used to driving by here.
Yeah, but the people who own this place know we're here. The people who drive by every day, I'm assuming, aren't used to people with cameras and shit.
They probably don't know that the people who are in charge of it know
is this person
that we're
turning
here.
around?
So.
Oh no, different vehicle. So many different freaking vehicles.
Yeah. So we are hoping once we get inside and close the door,
it'll be a little quieter.
Yeah, we had windows open and the front door has been open the whole time we've been here, so we've been able to hear the traffic really well. But hopefully when we go inside, between closing the door and it getting later, and I would hope the car traffic would slow down, we shouldn't hear quite as much.
So, you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't think we should let him in until everybody hits like and share. But
that was close.
What's up, buddy? Okay, so for real, guys, we're gonna take you in the house now. Please feel free to like and share this video. Kind of helps spread it out there. I know we're in an event right now. Oh, there's all the likes. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Welcome to our home.
So,
what we're really disclosing, guys, is this is Chris and I's new home. We just bought this. We're gonna live here.
We're gonna renovate it. We're gonna make an Okay, so we were talking about this before, and if anybody steals this, I know you stole it because I said it. We're talking, like, love this idea, and it's a very, very niched concept, but taking, like, a combination of this old home, like a renovation show, but also the paranormal aspect. So, like, get the house, this is, like, we need to redo the plaster over here, but also, Gretchen lives over here. Right. She's going to throw plates and shit, you're going to have to get used to it.
Watch me rip this wallpaper off the wall as the poltergeist activity starts. You know?
So, yeah, haunted home renovation show.
We've trademarked it, not officially, but just assume we have.
So, yeah, this is kind of our setup. We're not going to get too much out of bags because of bugs. So, it's just a amount of bags, and we've been reaching in whenever we need. Snacks, caffeine. Kelly. All right, so we're going to take you through, show you kind of the ins and the outs of this place. And it is definitely not in the best shape.
Now, with that said, guys, I mean, something to keep in mind is obviously we are in an old building. It has not been lived in. It has a lot of dust on the floor. You're going to see orbs as we continue to walk around because something as simple as me scuffing my foot is going to stir it all up. So don't get too excited if you're seeing a bunch of orbs.
So that being said, the paranormal, like with dust and shit, we don't know if it's necessarily like Kelly's gifts coming into play or what it is, but we had to buy a broom when we went out and got bugs ready. She's been like sweeping in here, and I've been trying to caution her against this because she's sweeping up animal feces and mold and all sorts of other shit we don't want to be breathing in. So if we die, it's on Kelly. It's
not on me. It's on whatever is driving me to feel the need to sweep, because That's something that's been going since like this morning when I woke up. Take a broom, bring a broom, take a broom, bring a broom. That's not a normal thing.
Yes, guys, keep hitting that like button. Do that. This is from what we can tell, a little cubby to nowhere. I'm guessing it was just that, like a cubby setup.
I think it was a shower at one point.
Oh yeah, because I see a fixture there.
But it's weird because there's a window into the stairway.
If you come in here, you can see into the basement. Okay, maybe you can't, but when the lights are on, you definitely can.
You need me to grab a bigger light and bring it with us.
No, it's okay. Thank you, though. I'm going to bring you back into like where the nerve center area is, just to show you that we do have another room here.
So the first floor here kind of makes like a big circle with a hallway down the middle, but it's basically 4 great big rooms with a hallway and then the stairway upstairs.
That's poop.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use your guys' light to guide my way, because these are some of... I've been on some jacked up stairs in my day. These are up there on the list.
And adds to it, there's no railing.
Oh, no, but there's a straight fall to down below. And so, Kelly and I have been talking, and it's weird. It's been one of those, like, we've been to a lot of places, and we've been to a lot of creepy places, and by all accounts, this should be one of those super creepy places, just aesthetically. It's a horror movie waiting to happen.
We're in the middle of nowhere. We have no phone reception.
It's a horror movie waiting to happen.
Nobody knows where we're at because it's undisclosed. Yeah, it is, totally.
And in the grand scheme of things, it's quiet.
Yeah.
It's very quiet, so I'm not sure this is going to be the most exciting.
But welcome to ghost hunting.
Yeah.
Because that's how it is. You just never know.
It's old and it's dusty, it's moldy, and I don't know.
Let me take it while you're sharing your stories.
And I don't know if it's like actual atmospheric, like it's the area, but I almost have a harder time breathing up here. And that could be the can and a half of bug killer that we were shooting off earlier. But it's just, if there is anything to be felt still, I feel a lot of it down up here. And the only other thing in it, I don't know if it's just that general, like we're in an aesthetically creepy place, but there's been a few times I've been walking around and I'm like, I assume Kelly is right, like in proximity to me. I'll turn around and talk to Kelly and I'm alone. So I don't know what that is specifically, but yeah, it is just kind of a quiet place. And even in places that, you know, have a little bit of activity, something that's visually creepy can get at you. But it's almost not even happening here. So, for example, these freaky windows. So, and Mama Pat was just mentioning these are some thick walls. I almost get the impression like this is 2 different houses put together. And I know architecturally speaking, they did that a lot. Yeah. That was very common back. Because like the Mason house was like 3 put together. Exactly. Mason house, 3 houses put together. Because you only have so many designs for a house, and when you run out of ways to make them bigger, more intricate, you just kind of put multiple side by side and mush the walls. But if they were building this for multiple families, right, they would have it be bigger than the average house, which it is. So I could see that where they took 2 homes basically and put them together, and that would potentially be why there's a window here. So we're getting some questions about the history of the location. So again, for anybody who wasn't at the very beginning of this, we are at an undisclosed location, so we can't say the names of where we're at out of respect of the people who let us in here. They've asked us not to, but on top of that, there's just not a lot of history out there for this location. What we do know is that this was part of a very large farm operation, and it was many thousands of acres, and because of that, they had a lot of workers that they built
homesteads like this, so they lived on it. So this would have been a home for multiple families, multiple workers to live in, while they then went and worked on the field. So this wouldn't have been just one home, one family by any means. The feelings I get, there's nothing that confirms this obviously, is like the downstairs would have been kind of a common area for all the different families. But this would have been one family. That would have been one family. So there could have been like 4 different families potentially that lived in this building. Maybe more if they did the same with the other 2 rooms downstairs. But it would have been the people who worked for the farm. And also it very likely could have been people that were coming and going. Maybe they only worked a season or 2 and then they would move on.
Got a camera set up shooting down this hallway. Felt like the most logical spot.
That hole on the floor puts a little creepy glow over in that corner.
Oh my gosh, guys. It's a portal to hell. Look at that. Oh, it's nailed down. Good for them. That's a hole in the floor that you can see down into the...
So, it gives you guys an idea.
What's up?
I just heard something behind me.
That was me.
It might have just been floor settling or something after we walked.
What did it sound like?
Just like something on the floor a little bit, just kind of like,
Do you think we can mimic it somehow?
I mean, it really just sounded like, just kind of like that. Just like a toe drag on the floor, it was really light and quiet.
So I know, and I don't know what you called it back then, but I know when this place was first getting built, what we call it now is the spiritualist movement, where this concept is probably not new to you. This idea of, they used to have seances in your day, but I think you realize now that you're over there that you don't need a bunch of people around a circle table to make yourself seen or felt. So this is basically what that is. We're wanting to get in touch with you. So you're welcome to come into this room now. And if you're not comfortable with that, you can come into one of the outside rooms. If you don't want to be seen or experienced, avoid that box. Avoid that circle.
Don't tell them what to avoid.
And basically that entire hallway.
Are we scrolled to the bottom because Chad hasn't moved?
Yeah. So do you think you can do that for us? Give us a couple of good knocks?
There's something moving.
Yeah. And this is tough, guys, because we are in an area where there are, like, wildlife's a factor. And that could have just been a mouse. In the house. But that was, and mice are in the house.
Yeah, but.
So we're not saying that was it, but it was very weird because I don't know if it's just because we were
coincidentally timed.
But very coincidentally timed. Recording session 2, undisclosed location.
So for anybody new coming in, we are at an undisclosed. Oh.
Okay, so I moved.
But
and it's got a pretty wide bandwidth.
yeah, but I walked over to the door and had to get pretty close before it came on.
So that is a motion sensor light that just went off.
So we're gonna try that again. Come sit back down.
Can you do that again for me, please? It's totally okay. That light's nothing to be anxious about. But basically, it knows when you're around. Even if we can't see you, we can't hear you, it can sometimes know if you're nearby. So do you think you can go by that light again? Okay.
Let's make sure.
I'm going to go through the same path of motion.
I see nothing.
Okay, so I'm going to set this recorder down next to the RAM pod in this room. It's now static. And we're going to see how close that we have to get. Okay, so from here I can set that off. So I didn't take the exact same, like,
Potentially,
course of motion. I might have set that off. So what that is, it's a motion sensor light. The way it works is in the center of the puck there
but
is.
you just stretched your hand way out there and it didn't go off.
Because now it knows I'm nearby.
But now it just went off again.
So the way this works is there is a, in the center of the puck, there is this infrared beam that comes out of it. And if anything breaks that beam, it turns the light on. So I'm going to get on the other side of the camera here just to. All right, now that I'm good and away from it, we can know for sure it's you. Would you mind stepping in the doorway again, please? Can we do it on the count of 3, please? 1, 2. Now walk over that light on 3. That's kind of hopeful.
Well, I didn't know if you were gonna.
Oh my gosh!
Fucking Christ!
So that's our motion sensor going off. Tripod coming down. Okay. So, I'm probably not where you left me. What did you guys see? What was the last thing you saw?
There's nothing in my.
Did you guys get the motion sensor? Oh, my heart is going so damn fast.
I jumped. Oh yeah, I jumped. All right, guys. Anyone who's here at the house with us, we're back with you guys. And
we
again,
came off the tracks a little bit, guys. So I don't know. This has got to be so weird for you.
you guys have been so quiet up until now that
it's exciting to us.
And you're taking us a little by surprise for the interaction. We love it. But it's taking us a little by surprise. So thank you. Keep it up. Keep surprising us. We love that.
That was me.
So, you know, we've asked you guys to respond if you don't like the noise that happened when something was in the hallway. Maybe it's something that you don't mind. Is there a way that you can
set it off again
set
if you
it
like
off
it
for us again?
There's a wasp trying to climb our tripod. He's come to avenge his friends by ruining our live stream.
I don't like wasps. Did you used to live here?
What was your occupation?
Plug you in, can we?
We can. We just have to lose the mic.
We'd have to see how well they can hear us without it.
We'll experiment with it closer to 10%.
Okay. Rusty, I almost thought I heard it say dead too.
They don't have an occupation because they're dead. That's always something that people ask us a lot, or people that do what we do ask. And it's if you know that you're dead. So that's a thing. You know you're dead, right? Hang on, I can turn it down. Sounds like something heavy sliding, but there's no furniture in here. Did you guys hear that?
We turned the device down because we heard something pretty loud. That was me. I just
Can you do that again?
You're not in any trouble. We thought we heard you.
Do you prefer
Yeah, that's what we heard, Trish.
to make a sound as opposed to this thing? Getting the impression that this box is a little bit weird for you, which makes sense. It's a strange device. But since the question was asked, if you don't like us being here, if you can make a loud, distinct sound that we know for certain is you, we'll leave. We're keeping our visit here a secret, so nobody else will be able to come in and do this.
Did I just hear talking?
I thought I heard that too. Is that you talking? It's alright if you are. You're not in the conversation.
So guys, we've added something new that you can interact with. Again, if you're not used to people being out here, it might be uncomfortable to come and be too close to us. If you walk around upstairs now, there's a music box that will play a song.
And all you have to do is walk in front of it. Don't even have to touch it. It's a little late. Is this normally your bedtime?
Yes.
Do you mind staying up for a little while with us? Sure.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
If there's a child here, would you play ball with me? There's a ball back there on the floor. Can you roll it to me, please? Can you roll me the ball? I know it's little. It's not like you probably used to play with for a ball. But if you roll it, it'll blink. Do you want to hear music? Yeah?
Yeah.
You can make music. You have a couple different ways. You can touch that silver box, or upstairs in the hallway, you can walk down the hallway. Either one of those will play a music box. Can you do that?
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Good job,
You did so good.
sweetie.
You guys hear that? I
have goosebumps.
The goosebumps. Oh my gosh.
Oh, sweetie, that was such a
did
good
so
job.
good.
I turned it down a little bit.
I turned it off.
But I didn't know if she'd answer us.
Okay,
so.
sorry. I got excited.
Oh, sweetheart, that was so good.
You think you could do it again for us?
Can you do it one more time? Go walk in the hallway again.
I'm guessing they heard that because
Oh, yeah.
that was insane.
The box went off.
Okay, so that's the other thing. That
That
music
box
box
does not go
does not go off that often. It's very, very...
Me too, Carol.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sweetie, I'm so happy. That made me very, very happy. Good job. Can you play the music again? Go walk in the hallway again. Make it play music one more time. If you'd rather, you can come down and touch this little silver box and make that one play songs. That was so cool.
Crazy.
That was so cool. You're not in trouble with anyone, sweetie. You did
No, that was
amazing.
really good. And it was like...
It was spot on.
Oh my gosh, the timing of that. Did you hear that?
I totally heard that, and that is off.
Did you guys hear that?
There's voices.
Hi there, Tress. You just came in on probably one of the weirder things to happen in this investigation. And it sounded like a kid, like a little girl. We both just heard from back that way. It wasn't like totally audible words.
No, but it was definitely
But it was
a sentence. If that was you, can you talk again, sweetie?
Okay, so what we've been doing right now is we've been kind of like stirring stuff up. If we were to take us like a step out, like 5 minutes out, leave the live running for...
We'll leave it running for you guys to watch.
Yeah. So basically you guys are our static camera. So I'd reposition it so you see a little bit more of the house. And basically like get you guys back in this corner here. Make sure we don't lose our power source. All right, so you get a bit wider view of the area we're in here. You get both of those doors instead of just the one that was behind us. Probably not going to be a full 5 minutes. I hate to leave you hanging for too long. But yeah, we'll let you guys be our static camera for a little bit.
Mama Pat, if you can kind of moderate, if you see anybody asking what's going on, tell them we're on a short couple-minute break, please. I think
Yeah, that's
me.
That's definitely you. All right. So Carol says it froze.
Is it still frozen?
You move it 3 feet. No, because we wouldn't have gotten if we didn't have connection.
Can you give us a like to let us know
Yeah.
that?
Smush the like button for us real quick. I found a ghost. Yeah, give us a quick intake of that like button just so we can see that you guys can still see us. And also give us the go ahead to let you be our static camera for a little bit. They're down real low, so I gotta squat. I stand. Take a step back. Oh, there we go.
Back.
Okay, so we are only allowed to set the camera
Right there.
here.
Absolutely nowhere else.
So yeah, we will, from what we can tell, we're back. We don't have our error screen up anymore, which is a good sign. If you guys...
Well, Trish said good idea, love it. So it sounds like they're on board now that it's working again.
Now that we're working again.
Okay, if we can get somebody smash a like or something just to let us know for sure that we're back, we'd appreciate that.
Yeah, okay, we got a like. There's Bubbles.
Awesome.
I see Bubbles,
Thank you
so much. So yeah, we're gonna let you guys be our static cam for just a couple minutes. We're gonna
we are gonna step outside. Right. So we will be completely out of the building. We will, if we're talking, we will be very quiet, so you shouldn't hear us. So if anything's going on in here, you'll need to let us know when we get back.
So yeah, in the meantime, if you think you see something on camera, just throw it in there. If you hear something, write down we saw this or we heard this. We'll come back, kind of review that.
We'll ask you guys what happened, and then just if anybody asks what's going on, somebody let them know. We're on like a 2-3 minute break. We'll be back.
Wow.
We'll be right back.
Oh, I just beeline for the door.
That's because you're a man.
Oh, that's fair.
This girl is having
Do you have a flashlight?
Yes, I have a flashlight. Camera.
I'm just not going to remember that. Alright guys, the sound of me shutting the door. We'll be back in a sec. Alright guys, we are back. It's actually kind of chilly out there, like lock is in place. Whew. Heard a noise. Oh, I think we might have lost him for a minute. Good. All right. So hopefully you can see us in real time. Oh, they heard that too.
So they heard something.
And it wasn't us returning. Oh my god, I'm chilly now. Holy smokes. It's cold out.
See if our little friend is back.
Sound like a little tap. Thank you, Trish. Is that like a little welcome back for us? Thank you.
Good job, guys. Was that you again, little friend?
Did you play that for a little bit longer? You gotta hear the whole tune.
Never goes off.
No, I think it's been maybe, 4 or 5 occasions?
And we've had it for almost a year.
Yeah, we'll have to... That was heavy. Somebody in the kitchen? And it's weird, it's like, stuff about to start happening, and the energy kind of like picks up a little bit. We're not sure what that was.
That was longer. Good job.
I'm gonna be so disappointed if I see that footage and see a mouse.
I don't know that a mouse had set it up, though.
I mean, if a mouse isn't gonna set off that one and it's the same technology, I wouldn't think so. But I've got it set up just right, so there should be... I don't think the whole music box is in the shot, but I'm pretty sure you can see like right in front of it. So we'll know for sure, but... Anybody else hear that then? So Trish says, just barely heard a little girl saying hi. And this has actually been a fascinating concept to me, because EVPs are things imprinted on a device that we can't hear. But if somebody's listening on the other end in real time, did anybody else hear anything faint that might have sounded like a voice? Yeah, that was me squeaking. Yeah, definitely potential for rats out here.
Yeah.
Bigger stuff, even.
There was something that had left its...
It pooped in the window.
Pooped.
It pooped.
It was good sized.
It was
So
it was healthy.
Yeah.
That was... It was just raccoon poop, like healthy raccoon poop. Like, you have to assume that it was thick.
Are you guys still here?
And it gets quiet again.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the weirdest thing. Because I've never had a place go from I've had plenty of places go from active to not. But when you're in the not active phase, it's almost like you can tell they're around, it's just quiet. It's like this place flatlined in a way that I've just never experienced before.
It's an energy thing. It's an energy feeling, because like Right now, it feels like the energy is very low, very calm.
Non-existent, really.
Yeah, and then like...
Are we speaking too soon?
It'll kind of start building up, and you can feel it kind of... like the energy is building, kind of like if you're taking a pop and you're just shaking it and you start shaking it harder and harder and harder and that pressure keeps building. That was driving. I'm upstairs again.
That's what it sounded like. Either rodents are huge up there.
That sounded like a step.
Can you do me a favor? Can you hit the ground really hard up there? The fuck is that? You guys hearing that? What was that?
That was no fucking mouse.
Can you hear that? Want to take the broom with me?
He's going exploring. It was loud. That sounded like footsteps on the stairs is what it sounded like. Yes, you make fun of my broom, but now you're glad I have it, aren't you?
I'm fucking armed. Okay, so the cat twist still works. Somebody wonders if maybe it doesn't come from the basement.
I didn't see any signs of animals in the basement though. And everything I've heard sounds like it's from either this floor or upstairs. That dragging was from upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
And the last steps were on the stairs, I'd say. That's where I would have guessed those to be.
Oh, Lanny. Sorry, I misread your name. So, get you up to speed, anybody who might not be in there. We are in an undisclosed homestead somewhere in the state of Iowa. Pretty broad search there. It's built in the mid-1800s. We don't have much for technology running right now as far as like ITC, like the stuff you would normally see on a live stream, because most of our interactions have actually been coming from like sounds, like knockings, tappings. And Oh, thank you, Trish. No, you're awesome. You're awesome. But I think I almost kind of find it interesting because when we started, when we first sat down here, it wasn't really the technology based stuff. We sat down like, hey, we're trying to do the stuff like you guys were doing, like during the spiritualist movement when, people were holding seances. It's like that, just tap on stuff for us. And that's the interaction that we've been getting.
Yeah. I mean, they've reacted a little bit through the ITC, through the communication, but we got some responses, but not like we do at some other locations. This has definitely been
physical,
personal interactions. Yeah.
Which is so interesting because it's in a way that I don't remember the last time I've had interactions like this.
Yeah, because most of the time when we're doing our investigations like this, we'll do a little bit of that old school investigating, like trying to get them to knock or move something. And we do it just because it is a way of investigating, but typically you don't get responses, which is why we go to the ITCs and the Estes method and stuff like that. But this is definitely that it doesn't want to do technology.
No, they want to.
Which is okay.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
The light over there in the door to the, we think, kitchen, it's gone on and off a couple times. We've always assumed that it's us. Can you show us if it's you? Can you walk towards the kitchen doorway and let us know that that's you? What about this pretty little silver box back here? Can you walk up close to that silver box and make it play notes? What about the one that seems to be your favorite tonight? Can you walk in the hallway upstairs and make the music box play, please?
Yes, what the fuck was that noise? It sounded like water sloshing. Somebody working in the kitchen?
That was a car going by.
Yeah. No, before that. What was that?
I don't know, it was really loud.
Did you guys hear that? Because I don't even know how to describe it. Either something was dragging or, like, to my ear, it almost sounded like water sloshing in, like, a tub. You were just asking them to do stuff in the kitchen. Somebody in here?
I'd say scratch just a tiny bit.
What?
Try to give them more of the background. Wrong way, baby. Just trying to give them as much of that backroom view as we can. Since we can't move you guys.
Yeah, we move you, we lose you, and that's not good.
Because then, I was gonna say, how would you guys ever find our dead bodies? But you guys don't know where we are, so.
For the record, a couple people know where we are. Oh,
Jesus. It's
fuck,
a mouse.
It's a mouse.
It's a mouse.
I wasn't ready for actual movement to happen. We've been hearing like these and some of it definitely can be attributed to the rodents. It's, you know.
It sounded like mouse noises coming out of it.
It's bound to happen, and there's definitely been some stuff that no way it's been a mouse.
God, no
but
way.
This was like when I was in between, like, oh, it sounds like it's probably a mouse, but you know, we've only heard them for the most part. We've like caught them on a spotlight on a couple occasions, but this little dude was like, and
he came running out of the kitchen around the corner and then was like, oh shit, and turned around and went back in, so.
ooh.
That's us jumping. All right, guys. Well, I think maybe wrap it up.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of This Old House.
You're gonna get us in trouble. Yeah. We hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for anybody who's jumped in for 5 minutes. We appreciate you. Those of you who have been in this for the long haul, you guys are awesome.
It's been a long haul. Holy crap! 4 hours.
4 hours. You guys are awesome.
Investigation, like, and don't get me wrong, the investigations usually last longer than 4 hours, but a 4-hour live stream.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, every time we get ready to turn it off, something else happens. It's like, oh, okay, well, we can't stop now. But it does feel like it's kind of quieting down. Again, if they're not used to interacting, what they've done has taken a lot of energy. Yeah. So definitely think...
especially from such a stationary position. Like, normally we're running around and it's kind of a little more exciting than this. But I think it's been...
This has been fun.
It's been a cool night.
You know, I was kind of thinking earlier in the night, well, it was fun to come back, but maybe we won't need to come back a third time. And
I think we might need a third time.
We might need to come back again.
Maybe with a satellite Wi-Fi connection, so we can actually take people around this place.
That would be nice. Yeah, we're looking into some options to make sure that we have
the ability to stream
anywhere.
Places. That,
yeah.
You know, right now Verizon can only take us so far.
Well, and even the best of service carriers, I mean, if you're surrounded by bluffs or you're down in a valley, I mean, there's only so much it can do. It can't shoot through rock. So we're looking at some options. We'll see.
All right,
gotta start making them big data so we can afford all of this stuff. But,
well, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed any bit of this, if you haven't yet, please do like the Traveler's Moon Facebook page. We'll keep you up to date with all of our in-person events, live streams,